CM Punk beat the washed allegations. Yeah, CM Punk put on a match of the year candidate, and he is our new friendship bracelet champion. This is Wrestling with the Homies, and today we are talking bad. Now y'all know who I be, still same OG. It's your boy Qwan, and I'm bashing him today, baby. You ready to bash him, Cooley? Are you ready to bash? Getting that bash.
Let's bash.
Bash is such a funny word. That's like a word from like the 90s. I'm gonna bash your head in.
Bro, I think there's kids that's named Bash, I believe that's a name, right?
Sebastian Telfair. I saw a crackhead the other day with a Sebastian Telfair jersey. Not to start this podcast on some random wild shit, but I saw a crackhead in a Sebastian Telfair jersey. I'm like, yo, first off, where'd you get that jersey and how much you want for it?
That's hilarious.
But anyway, y'all know who I'm with. It's my boy, my BFF, the coolest man in the world, Jay Cooley. And if you hear a voice chiming in, oh yeah, always the coolest. But if you hear a voice chiming in, trying to bash us, that's our boy E Almighty. He is the producer of the show, but he's starting to join us and chime in a little bit. He ain't screaming in my ear no more. He's screaming in y'all. You feel me?
Say hi, E. I try not to yell no more. You know what I mean? Now that you got me on the show. And for the record, I was never yelling.
He was never
yelling.
I
was
just, never yelling.
Trying to lead us in a good direction. Look, you know what I mean?
Yo, kayfabe, bro. I'm trying to keep kayfabe alive, dog.
Kayfabe dead as hell. I just seen a picture with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre chopping it up, eating sushi. Bro,
that was
a good segue, actually. What was that about, dog? Why was they just... Why do we don't need to see that. We did see, and this is with the homie Otto. We had the homie Otto on the show. When was that? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. And
he brought up how kayfabe being dead is kind of like effing up the game because the internet just knows too much. We did not need to see CM Punk and Drew McIntyre kicking it before a show. We all know it's fake. We know that it's kayfabe. We know that they're friends in real life, but we didn't need to see it.
We ain't trying to see that.
We need to see it. Come on, man. But anyway, dog, how did you feel about Bash?
It was fire. It was fire. Every match put on. It was every fire.
All three of them, all three matches.
Except, okay, I will say this. I didn't really like the main event. I might be out the loop, out the norm, but I didn't really like it. It was given very much golden era match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. We'll get into the main event, but
everything else.
I'm starting to realize that you and we have a different perspective on that main event than a lot of people, because a lot of people seem to love that main event. They said it was an incredible wrestling match, but we didn't like it, to be honest.
Must be the old heads. Was it the old heads or was
it gotta be the old heads sitting there watching Bash? I hate the name. Remember the Basham brothers, bro?
Hey, that was funny, man.
Basham brothers.
Doug and Danny Basham, was that their name? And they had a random buff black girl with them named Shaniqua. I really want to know who was booking.
How do you remember that?
I don't know. It just came to my head, bro. I just be saying shit. I really want to know whose idea was to put this buff-ass black woman with the Basham brothers as a dominatrix. Like, who was writing the shows back then? One day, we going to have a conversation about the Ruthless Aggression era, dog. It was a lot of weird stuff going on.
It was Linda McMahon. Gotta be.
Was that Linda? Can I blame Linda? We had Heidenreich taking Michael Cole's manhood in the back. Remember that? That was getting freaky, yo.
God, bro. Hey man, like our homie, like our bro Sylvan said, man. People they bash the Attitude Era, but Ruthless
Aggression era was kind of weird. Like, why was Heidenreich getting freaky with Michael Cole backstage? Like, what was that about? Whose idea was that? Was that Vince McMahon? Can I blame Vince for that?
We can always blame Vince for everything. Right. His mind is sick.
Hey, and speaking of Vince, bro, you see this whole Netflix thing that's going on, the documentary?
Oh, yeah.
Be honest, bro. Be honest. Do you really think they're going to give it up on that documentary? Because I don't.
I really hope. Well, you know what?
Netflix,
they
call it what it is. Netflix and WWE are in bed together. So they're not going to do anything to stain that relationship. So they're not going to give it up for real. Come on, man.
They don't care about Vince. That's over with. The ties are broken. So
hey, I hear you. I hear you. But giving it up on Vince and really telling the real, that's gonna make WWE itself look bad. And WWE and Netflix are in like $1 billion 10-year deal, so they're not gonna do anything to stain that relationship and put a stain on a product. So I don't really think they're gonna give it up. I feel like this is gonna be a fluff piece. They're gonna give us little beats and pieces, but they ain't gonna really give it up on Vince like we know they could.
Hulu gotta come in and block the deal or something, bro. Like we need that.
We need the Hulu doc. We need the Tubi doc, bro. Get the Tubi doc. Have a Big Tigger from the basement narrate it, dog. Like,
bro,
give
Ben
us the
Affleck
Tubi version.
Play Vince McMahon on the Tubi.
There's no way they're giving it up on Vince. Vince is litigious, man. If they start talking bad, he'll block that. You know, Vince is not afraid to sue anybody ever.
Exactly. And let's be real, bro.
It's going to be light.
It's gonna be a light pack. And let's be honest, Vince wasn't the only one that was doing dirt. I'm sure Vince got a lot of dirt on other people who still are employed by WWE. I'm looking at you, Bruce Pritchard, and it's all alleged, by the way. I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just throwing that out there. But I'm sure Vince got dirt on people. So if they really want to get in the mud and play this game, I'm sure Vince is ready to get in the mud and throw some names out there. I'm just saying.
I guarantee you, Hunter's behind is with it too. Like, hey man.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
He's seen it all at Thanksgiving for sure.
Right. And hey, since we on the whole Vince McMahon thing, did you see the reporters asking Cody about Vince McMahon after the show?
Oh, they did? I didn't see the post.
Yeah. So during the press conference of the show, they asked Cody Rhodes how he felt about the doc and how he felt about Vince McMahon and if he believed the victims. And look, I feel you as a reporter, you just doing your job. You trying to get the headline. And even if Cody Rhodes was to say no comment, that's still going to make the headline. So more power to you. But at some point, we got to stop asking people that have nothing to do with any of this questions about it because it just comes off nasty to me. Like, what's Cody Rhodes really supposed to say, bro? Cody Rhodes wasn't kicking it with Vince McMahon. When all this was going on, Cody Rhodes was across the street in the AEW doing his thing. So what's he really going to say about this situation? Y'all know he can't speak on it. So why even ask him, dog?
If my supervisor had a weird case and they asked me about it, how I'm supposed to know? I don't know what he's doing in his spare time. Like, what
like Cooley's supposed to be accountable for what his supervisor did? He don't know.
Come on, bro.
He ain't kicking it with the... If I work at McDonald's, bro, and the McDonald's CEO is out here being a freaky frog, you think I'm going to know what he doing as a cashier at McDonald's? I don't know what that man is involved with, bro. Don't ask me about it. Go ask him.
Questions, man. These clickbait questions. That's what it is, man. They want. They're trying to get some clickbait. They want some engagement, some views, man.
Right. But at the same time, of course I'm gonna watch it. I'm tuned in. I'm tuned in. I am Hey, we probably gonna have a whole episode based around that show when it drops. I'm letting you know that right now.
Y'all just did a whole
we're gonna have a watch party
take, and it was like, oh no, I'm definitely watching it. I'm definitely gonna involve myself in the smut, but I ain't gonna ask somebody about it. That's fair.
I ain't above nothing,
man.
Dog. I am not above getting in the mud and watching the smut. Now, I don't want to be a part of the smut. I don't want to be involved with it or nothing like that. But I will pay attention to the smut. If I see a dead possum in the middle of the road, you think I'm not gonna look? I might stand over it and take a picture. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to pick it up and play with it, but I'm going to look at it.
Analogy, Qwan. That really put it home. I understand exactly what you mean now.
Hey, and I freestyled that, bro. It just came to my mind, man. Sometimes I get on these cameras and just be saying shit. Like, we need to pre-screen me before we press record, man. I don't know what's going on in his head.
Possum, Cooley.
Bro,
he brought up a dead possum on a
wrestling podcast. We're talking about possums, but no, it really is a train wreck. Like nobody wants to see a train wreck because a train wreck is bad. People lose their lives. It's dangerous. But if one is happening in front of you, you're gonna watch it. You're not gonna just walk away from it. You're gonna watch the train crash. That's just how we are as humans. So of course I'm gonna watch Miss McMahon in his freaky frog ways on Netflix in September or whenever this is debuting.
September 25th.
Oh, Cooley got the date saved. Look, hey, look, he got the date saved. He ready.
Yes, sir. Can't wait. What's that football player? He said, can't wait.
Shit, I don't know.
What was his name, bro? With Viral. Dang, I forgot his name.
Remember, what was my man Jalen Ramsey when he was like,
he said, you tell me. Shoot, you tell me.
You tell me. He came to me after the game talking that stuff. I'm like, oh, what is Jalen Ramsey on? Oh, or Adrian Peterson when I seen
That was Bart.
You remember
Scott.
that?
I can't wait. Yeah. That was Bart Scott on the Jets, though.
Bart
He's
Scott,
yelling
he
at
said,
the 2012. That's hilarious.
Can't wait. Or when my man Adrian Peterson said, "When I seen him throw that ball,"
see him throw that ball.
I was a little sassy. Shout out to Adrian Peterson, man, all day,
One
all
of the
day,
greats.
baby. Greatest ever. And yo, he's still like in the NFL.
I think he's retired.
He might have retired like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
I thought he was done like 10 years ago. He had a long ass career, dog.
Fun fact.
Long career.
Fun fact. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Vikings fan. I grew up a Vikings fan, y'all, man. I grew up a Vikings fan for
Randy
sure.
Moss, Chris Carter,
Yeah.
Dante
Culpepper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nate
I used to
Burleson.
play with them on Madden. Yeah, that
Nate
was
Burleson.
my team.
Game Day 98 was my game.
Adrian Peterson played till 2021.
Yeah.
That's
he
nuts,
retired,
2007 to 2021. That's a long time.
That's
to
a
be a running
long
back.
for a running back. Because running back careers end after like 6 seasons. That'd be it.
He's top 5.
Oh,
He's
absolutely.
top 5 for sure.
Absolutely. And then before we get into Bash, one more thing I wanted to bring up. HBCUs are playing Cody Rhodes' theme song, dog. Cody Rhodes is never beating the allegations. He is a black man in a white body.
Bro, HBCUs are playing Cody.
That's so hilarious.
This is nuts. He's never escaping that joke. Like it's stuck with him forever.
Right. And it's funny how that even like became a thing, because if you really look into the history of the whole Cody Rhodes meme where he was like black and white with the kufi on and like the Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and then Cody Rhodes in the background. If you look into why that meme even came about, it's not what y'all think, man. It's not what y'all think. Look into it. He cut a weird promo in AEW once, and it was kind of racially charged, so people just started joking about it, and somehow it became a thing. But it wasn't a positive thing always. I'm going to let y'all do the research on that because I don't want to get into it on this podcast and get too Dr. Umar on y'all. But, yeah, look into that.
You lucky I don't know because I would have got Dr. Umar on you.
Oh, trust me. By the time you see it and you know, you probably going to be like on Cody Rhodes' head. I'm going to let you know right now, bro.
Uh-oh.
And he cut a... Oh, shout out to his beautiful wife.
Like, you letting this...
And his kid.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Shout
out to Cody Rhodes, though. Shout out to Cody Rhodes. But anyway, are you ready to bash? Are you ready to talk some bash?
Let's get into it, man. These 2 matches that was on this bash. You know, it was 2 matches, right?
It was about 4 or 5. Come on, man. It wasn't 2. Well, anyway, y'all know what I got to do up first. I got to hashtag Talk Some Raw, get my segment out the way. So can I do that? Let's do it. All right, well, let's hashtag Talk Some Raw. The show opened with Cody, Trayvon, DeAndre Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. And fam, Cody Rhodes is never beating those flop allegations. They got my boy opening the show like Memphis Bleak on the Rock the Mic tour. I know Gunther is from Germany, but damn, son, that's supposed to be Roman Reigns' successor, and they got him curtain jerking? He basically crashed Holly with a neck tap. KO took that L by being too nice. Next up, Jade and Bianca won the tag team titles for the second time, or in my mind, retained the tag team titles they never lost. Shout out to Isla and Fire, but that title run was more pointless than Drake's Finsta page. My brother in Christ, you are 37 years old. Delete that shit. Speaking of pointless, get the strap. Side Tooth Punk and Drew McIntyre beat the dog shit out of each other for the biggest prize in pro wrestling. A beaded bracelet from Depop. Punk won in probably the match of the night. He has officially beat the washed allegation. Next up, Sassy Taker and Rhea got revenge on the horny demons Liv Morgan and Papito Datito Dom Guerrero in a match that was way better than it had any business being. WWE gave us probably the best mixed tag team match in years, and Rhea gave incels around the world a reason to re-up on Vaseline. There were faces being licked, there was tights being pulled into butt cheeks. That PG era is holding on by a thread at this point. And then finally in the main event, Randy Orton and them thick thighs took on poor Walter. Now, as much as I wanted to love this match, to me, Randy Orton is like Cuddy in season 3 of The Wire. Whatever it is that these new cats got that make them flow how they flow and do that thing, it ain't in them no more. Randy got choked out to close the show. Solid show. Main event was great, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't for me. I had fun with the show overall, though. So I got 1 pack for Hunter this week. Only one. Solid bash.
Solid. It was solid. But Randy Orton without like Izzy, that was kind of crazy. That was pretty crazy. But My favorite match was the strap match, yo. Like I really liked the strap match.
So let's talk about that strap match, bro. How did you feel about the red light, green lights in the corners? Because that was kind of dumb to me. I like the strap match. I like the tag in the 4 corners. Like, that's all good. But the red and green light on the corner kind of took me out of it. It was too cartoony.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that because from the last, the previous strap matches, they didn't have that. So I don't know. They never had the purpose of that. But you can't tell with a company like WWE. There's Prime in the middle of the ring now, so anything,
right.
Anything is possible at WWE.
Yo, and they had the name of Batista's movie on like the barricade during the match. I'm like, all right, I see what they're doing. They're trying to add. Yo, WWE is gonna get that paper, man. Triple H is about that bread.
He trying to catch up to Tony, man. He
trying to catch up to Tony because Tony got him going band for band, which is a topic we're gonna get into on another episode. But Khan got Triple H trying to match that paper. It's nasty out here.
But it was a solid strap match. Like I mentioned before, it ain't gonna top JBL and Eddie Guerrero in 2004, man. At the Great American Bash, you see?
Oh yeah,
Bash.
No, nobody's
crazy how it's
that.
kind of like the same Bash of Berlin, Great. Yeah, but it's not beating that. But it was still solid. Punk, 46 years old, man.
46.
He went out there and did his
46.
thing.
He washed allegations.
4 GTSs in a row.
Yeah, he did.
3 or 4. Like,
is this feud over? Because that was a decisive victory.
It's over. He got the bracelet.
So that's it. So there's not going to be a match 3. How?
I don't think so. I think Punk moves on to Seth Rollins whenever he comes back.
Wait, so Drew McIntyre lost the feud. Drew McIntyre re-upped with WWE and turned down that Tony Khan bread to just lose a feud to CM Punk. Is that what we doing?
He might have to pivot somewhere else.
Hey, Drew, I'm just saying, Tony Khan is paying that bread. You made the wrong decision, my brother. You should have went your big ass over to AEW. At least you can win a couple matches.
If it's not over, what's next? Because
I mean, it was rumored that it might be a Hell in a Cell match coming at Bad Blood, but we don't know if that's actually going to happen. I don't know.
They can keep it going, and filler it until Seth Rollins get back healthy.
Right.
But he got the bracelet, man.
And, it is 1-1.
So
yeah, and technically it is 1-1 because Drew McIntyre won at SummerSlam and CM Punk tied it up, so they can just move on from that. Now, maybe revisit it down the road. Who knows? Yeah. But something I did want to ask you about, bro. How do we feel about Cody Rhodes curtain jerking? That boy opened the show. He opened the show, and I know that it was Gunther's hometown. Don't get me wrong. It was Gunther's hometown, so they let him close the show. But Roman Reigns would never. I don't care if the show was in the house that you grew up in. I don't care if the show was in the hospital that you was born in. Roman Reigns ain't opening no goddamn show for nobody. Roman Reigns closed the show during Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble opened the show just so Roman Reigns can main event the goddamn show. But meanwhile, Cody Rhodes is out here opening? Yo.
All I'm going to say is Roman Reigns main evented the last probably 30 main events since 2021. What are we talking about? Roman would never. What is going on with Cody, bro? You're champion. You're running the company right now. Why are you opening the show? Like,
was that kind of weird? It was weird, right? It's not just me. It was weird.
Yeah, like, that's a weird case. That is a weird case.
Why is he around?
I don't know what's going. I don't know what was the vision of this. I was kind of surprised. I thought the mixed tag team was going to open the whole Bash of Berlin.
I did too. Or I thought Gunther and Gunther and Randy was going to open the show because it was obvious that Gunther wasn't going to lose the championship to Randy Orton. Like, come on now.
Yeah, but I guess they wanted Gunther to have a little speech at the end of the show to
send the fans home happy. And is Gunther a babyface now? Why did he shook Randy's hands after the match? That was very clean of him. That wasn't
because that's not a real feud. It's not a real feud, bro. If they on side missions, they have no idea what's happening right now till we figure out what's gonna happen with the bloodline. They don't got nothing to do with Cody. They don't got nothing to do with Gunther. They don't have nothing to do with Jey Uso. Like nobody's doing. The only person's doing something is CM Punk, and they slid that by with that bracelet thing. Because like what? Like
wait a minute. Can we talk about that bracelet for a second? Because I'm seeing this whole bracelet thing over on Monday Night Raw, right? And then I watch SmackDown and I see entire feuds being based around the Ula Fala that Solo Sikoa has around his neck right now. Why does it feel like these props are more important than championships in WWE? Have y'all noticed that?
Are we pivoting? Maybe
This might be a pivot. This might be a pivot. Like, what's going on? Like, why are the props? Do we got a problem with that? Because aren't championships supposed to be the most important thing in pro wrestling?
Of course. That's the goal. Every wrestler, is trying to strive to get that title.
It's the 2-belt system. It can't work in a real way.
Explain that. Explain that. What do you mean?
2-belt system, because what happens is you have to. One is like Cooley said. One is the and so if you have your star, it's like if you have CM Punk and Seth doing the second belt. Well, then that means they can never really wrestle against Roman, really. Like they can never really do that. But they're the top 4 people in the company. Mm-hmm. So now you got this weird thing where you got this side mission belt. Like it's a side mission belt, man.
Right. And that's the problem with the split roster. That's the problem with having SmackDown over here on the island and Raw over here on the island. Because one of the titles, no matter how hard you try to avoid it, one of the titles is always gonna come off as less than. That would be like if we had 2 championships every year in the NBA. It was like the NBA champion East, the NBA champion West. Now everybody's just going to be like, okay, well, which championship means more? Was the West better than No, you have one championship at the top that everybody fights for. That makes more sense. So if the world champion has to travel between Raw and SmackDown, then so be it. But having 2 titles is kind of weird. And right now, both the titles is taking the backseat to props. We got a bracelet from Depop being the main title on Raw. We got a goddamn red necklace being the main title on SmackDown. What did Earl Sweatshirt say? Why you got necklace? Why you got necklace? Why you got necklace?
We got a good idea though. I think they should. I think that if you keep the belt for a year, then you can challenge to get the other one. So then that makes each belt equal. So you're right, but now that can get broken up from a challenger. Right, because a challenger could then say, "I want this belt," right? But you have to keep it in order to be the real number one. Because because there has to be a competition between those 2 belts. Right now, there's not.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. If you have unless they make a competition for those 2 belts, you gonna have an ass belt. It's like the assassin polo joints.
Not the polo assassin. That man is riding a donkey on that shirt. That ain't no damn horse. What we on? But. Maybe they should just bring back the Survivor Series where instead of doing the whole War Games thing like they've been doing, bring back the brand supremacy. Bring back World Champion versus World Champion. Maybe one year SmackDown wins and they got the bragging rights for a year, and then the next year Raw wins and now they got the bragging rights. Because right now, the way it's set up, we all know Cody Rhodes is the champion of the company. Even if he opened the show, Cody Rhodes is still the champion.
I didn't know champions open shows, though. That's crazy.
I know. It is what it is. But Gunther is that side champion. The same way when Damian Priest had it, he was the side champion. We don't look at that championship the same way we look at the Universal title. We just don't. It's a different design. It's a newer design. It's an uglier design. We like the Universal Championship more than the World Championship. That just is what it is. So maybe they need to bring back brand supremacy. I don't know. But whatever they got to do, they got to stop making these props the damn story, man. Like, let's get back to wrestling over titles. The title should always mean more than a goddamn bracelet.
This is their filler, man. They're in a weird in a weird spot right now. So they got to pivot and do something different.
Right, but on a brighter note, I will say that us being invested in a bracelet and Ula Fala or whatever it's called, that is a testament to how good the storytelling is in WWE right now. Because they got us so invested in a storyline that we actually paying attention to a damn friendship bracelet. We should never care about a bracelet, but CM Punk somehow got us to care about it. And he had a banger at Bash. So shout out to CM Punk. He beat that washed allegations. But I want to hear from the people at the Crib. How did y'all feel about Bash? Was it everything you needed it to be? Were you upset about only having 4 matches? It wasn't 4 matches. It was 5. It was 5. Come on, man. We're not doing that. It was 5. Were you upset about the match length? Were you upset about just the show in general? Cody Rhodes opening the show while Gunther closed the show. How did y'all feel about Bash, man? Let us know in the comments. And again, if you haven't already, make sure you like this video and give us a subscribe. I almost had trouble saying that, but give us a subscribe. We need y'all help over here. We are trying to grow. We are trying to go live all the time. all the time. We're trying to go live with y'all, not just upload videos after we record. We're trying to go live. We want y'all watching live with us in the comments so we can engage with y'all. But to get there, we need y'all to engage with these videos. So continue to support us. Continue to like. Continue to subscribe. And tap that notification bell. Please, please, please. Help me, please. Help me, please. Help me, please. We got any games? Is it time for fun and games? E, what you got for us this week, man?
He say this week, and we do this every day.
I know.
Every
damn day. I'll be tired, dog. I'll be tired.
So this week, we are playing Championship Legacy.
Okay.
In lieu of talking about the champions, I'm going to ask you, out of list of champions, we're going to debate who is the better champion, right?
Okay.
So, for instance, could you say who is the better champion, Ric Flair, John Cena? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tough.
And obviously, we got to oppose each other, right? So,
No.
Oh.
Like what?
Okay,
like,
cool.
Who is, like, you just have to say your reasons why you pick.
I thought we was
going
to have to. I was like, I was scared for a second. I bet.
But no, start with that one. Go ahead. John Cena.
Ric Flair, John Cena.
We not talking
Y'all
about,
want me to
we not talking about company stuff. We just talking about as the champion. Right? Like being the champion.
Yeah, I
this
got
ain't
you.
got nothing to do with merch. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that.
All right, look. Well, I'm going to keep it a band. I know the people at home hate when I do this, but I'm going to go ahead and show you my age. I got to live with John Cena as champion. I watched John Cena in his incredible championship runs, all 14 of them. Ric Flair, I ain't see that. Know what I'm saying? I know he was a world champion, and I know he was a great one, but when I started watching wrestling, Ric Flair was the manager of Evolution. He was old. He was flabby and sick. He looked weird. His titties was sagging. I ain't like Ric Flair, so I'm going to go with John Cena. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go with Ric Flair.
You phony. He phony.
I'm going to go with Ric Flair, man. First of all, Ric Flair was a heel most of his career, and he was over the whole time.
Yeah.
No matter how much he was, a asshole, he did what it took, and he was great in ring. He put over all of his peers, and he's the most decorative wrestler, arguably, of all time. Like, we still say, woo, and people make songs about the guy.
I mean, bro, the Migos got a whole single built around Ric Flair. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, we talking moveset, of course, Cena, but, like, as a whole thing, Ric Flair, bro. Facts.
All right. I ain't mad at that.
16 times, man.
You made a good case.
16, he started that. Anytime somebody starts saying times, that's Ric Flair, man. Damn. 16 times. Like, he started
It's
that.
all good. Cena going to beat that. And I think I said 14 title reigns, but I think Cena got 15, right? Or 16. Is he tied with Rick?
I think he got 16.
He might be tied with Rick, but he's trying to beat it. So we'll see. Yeah. I think he's going to beat it. They definitely going to take that record away from Rick. Let's be real. This is WWE. They're going to modernize that. They're going to modernize that. Cody is definitely getting, or not Cody. Cena is definitely getting a world title this year or next year.
Yep. That was good. Ric Flair, Cena.
Number 2. Randy Orton, CM Punk.
CM Punk, baby. I got to go with CM Punk. Now, I love Randy Orton. He was a great champion
14 times.
Like multiple times, 14 times. 14
Punk
times. But look, I don't care about the number of times you had the title. It's what you did with that title when you had it. And CM Punk gave us the summer of Punk. It was legendary. One of the greatest runs I ever seen anybody go on. He won that title from John Cena at Money in the Bank when he wasn't even signed to the company, sat on a barricade, blew a kiss to John Cena, and then left through the audience. Legendary. One of the greatest moments in wrestling history. So I'm going to always remember CM Punk in that 2-year run that he had with that championship.
That's cute, but CM Punk peak, it might have been bigger, but it was very short.
That was good.
Cool. It was very short. Randy Orton, he's been consistent, for almost 2 decades. And we gotta admit, bro, 05 to 08, he was the most popular. What? He was the most popular.
He capping.
Answer this. The Legend Killer was dope, bro. Like,
answer this question.
The Legend Killer, that was dope.
All right, cool. Answer this question, Cooley. Which Randy Orton title run was your favorite? Do you even remember any of these title runs? Because I don't. He had the thing 14 times. I can't tell you one single time you had that joke.
That's tough.
Why you do Randy like that, man? 09. F it. 09.
All right,
Even though it was short. It was short, but 09. But I will say 05 to 08, like he had a longer and he was more consistent than Punk. Like Punk had a stronger peak, but it was just too short.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he had it for 2 years, but he left WWE. He was gone for 10. So I feel you. But I'm still running with CM Punk. That's my favorite of all time, besides Bryan Danielson. So I got to give it up to Punk.
He gonna catch a case.
Unblock me though, please, CM Punk. I'm sorry. Whatever I said on this podcast, I called you a cancer. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. Unblock us, bro. Why is wrestling with the homies blocked?
We should do a get us unblocked campaign. We're gonna do that.
Let's do it. Let's
get us unblocked from CM Punk campaign. That's hilarious.
I'll do a whole PSA. This is a PSA by Wrestling with the Homies. CM Punk, we are so sorry, bro. We did not mean to call you a cancer. We did not mean to make fun of your side tooth and your flabby muscles. We did not mean to make fun of that bald spot in the middle of your head. We love you, CM Punk. Unblock us, please.
Bro, didn't he block y'all individual accounts too?
Yes,
That's crazy.
He blocked Wrestling with the Homies and then went to Qwan LM and blocked that too. I'm like, damn, he was really mad.
He still got me unblocked, so I'm cool.
Yeah, we only had like 100 followers when he was doing it. He was on it.
Yeah, he was on. I mean, he had got fired, so he had nothing but time on his hands. He was at the crib.
All right, two more. All right, this one is interesting right here. Edge versus Kurt Angle.
Oh, give me Kurt, bro. That ain't interesting. I hate Edge, bro. I hate Edge. Edge,
give me
you
Kurt,
suck.
bro.
You suck, Edge. Nah, I love Edge, but one of my favorite title runs is definitely Kurt Angle. Remember when he tongue kissed Stephanie McMahon backstage? He was feuding with Triple H. That was that moment defined my childhood. So I definitely got to go with Kurt Angle, his legacy, his title legacy over Edge's for sure. Even though Edge had it way more times.
Hey, I'm agreeing with my brother, man. Kurt Angle all the way, man. He glossed every time he had that title, man. He showed out and he did crazy things. The whole the pause movement was funny.
I know what you wanted to bring up when he was trying to get Charmel, bro. He wanted that. Kurt Angle wanted them cheeks.
Kurt was wild, bro. He's probably one of the best entertainers in WWE history, bro. He would just
facts.
You just felt it every time he came out. But yeah, have to agree with Qwan, man. Kurt Angle.
Facts. But shout out to Edge for shaving Kurt Angle's head. That was a moment. When
that
he
was
won
crazy.
King of the Ring. Yeah, that was definitely a moment. And Kurt Angle wore a wig for like a couple weeks.
Yeah. Dang well Edge was gonna shave his head, man. What? I was like, ain't no way Edge is gonna lose and shave all that hair off.
Plus, Kurt Angle was balding. They had to do it.
Yeah.
That was just their excuse.
Yeah, and that one, Edge was 11-time world champion. Kurt Angle 6-time world champion.
Damn, only
all
6?
Right.
Only
last
6?
time. Last one. 6-time world champion Stone Cold Steve Austin versus 10-time world champion The Rock.
Ooh,
Give
go ahead,
me
Cooley.
Stone Cold Steve Austin because I'm biased as hell. Yes, man. Actually, man.
Yeah, talking about the champion. We're not talking about when they challenging.
Right.
Right.
Who had the better title run? I can't think of a single title run.
Steve Austin on the challenging.
Bro.
Whenever Steve Austin was coming for it, that was the best Steve Austin.
But you could kind of say the same thing for The Rock, too, because when The Rock was champion, it was like, all right, The Rock got the title. But when The Rock was challenging for that title, that's when it was turned
amazing.
up. That's when you was invested. You was trying to see The Rock get that title from Triple H. So this is a tough one for sure.
Tough.
Who has a more memorable title run?
I don't really like. That's crazy because I don't really know.
Was The Rock ever undisputed champion during that Hollywood reign when he was Hollywood Rock? Did he ever win that title?
I don't think so.
No, I know he wrestled Goldberg and like. Damn, this is a tough one, bro.
That's tough.
This is a tough one. Who had better title runs? Damn. I'm gonna go with The Rock, bro. I grew up as a bigger Rock fan than I was Stone Cold Steve Austin, so I'm sorry, but I got to go with The Rock.
The Rock was undisputed in 2002 after Vengeance.
There we go. See?
What?
Yeah, and I think he might have lost the championship to Brock Lesnar. Possibly.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, got to go with The Rock.
I'm stirring up the pot, so I'm just going to go with Stone Cold. So, y'all can fight in the comments. Yeah, let us know.
That was good. Right, y'all let us know at home, man. Who had a more legendary title run with them things?
Or The Rock?
Was it Stone Cold Steve Austin, the redneck, the Texas rattlesnake, or was it Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who, fun fact, got his titty muscles removed because he had man breasts and he didn't want man breasts?
Yeah, he got them titties removed for sure. And I'm gonna go with the Smoking Skull title over.
Hold on, what?
The Brahma Bull.
Yeah.
The
Look,
Rock
nobody know that.
That just
No. This is a while ago.
Oh,
So when The
okay.
Rock
I
first
didn't know
came
that.
into pro wrestling, he was a little chubby. He was a little chubby Rock. He had the little Elvis look going, and he had man breasts. Maybe it was allegedly steroid use. I don't know, because apparently steroids kind of give you that little puffy joint around the nipples. But The Rock had man breasts, and he got surgery to have that removed. Mm-hmm.
That's why every time you look at his chest, it looks
kind of weird. It looks
Still.
kind of weird. We on to you, Dwayne. We know. But yeah, let us know in the comments who had a more legendary title run. Stone Cold Steve Austin or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, we at 36-minute mark. It's running a little long, but I do got a comment. I wanted to show some love to our boy, Jasmine Madison. He found us again. Shout out to you, Jasmine Madison. So he says, and this is a very long one. I'm not going to read everything he said, but I'm going to read portions of it. He said, "I love the pod, fellas. When y'all were on hiatus, I tried to find another podcast to fill the void, and nothing else was hitting. So I appreciate y'all work and effort." You know what, bro?
Peace.
We appreciate you for tapping in with us. I'm glad you found us again. But I agree with you, bro. None of these other podcasts is hitting like us. They not
like
doing
us.
it like us.
They not like us.
Yo, so
Like us.
when we first popped back on, after being on hiatus, I feel like we had to find our footing a little bit and really try to figure out what we was doing. But the groove that we in right now, I feel like it's really unique in this wrestling space, because it's not a lot of wrestling podcasts doing what we do. They don't talk about wrestling the same way we talk about it. Their outlook is very break every single match down, match by match, and it's a little boring. We not doing that. We giving y'all flavor. We giving y'all real conversation. We want y'all to feel like the homies when y'all watch us. So Jasmine Madison, I appreciate you for being the homie.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I know we got Wrestler of the Week. I wish we can get commenters of the week, subscribers of the week, because that'd be you, dog. He said he went back and watched all of our episodes that he missed.
That's fire.
I don't even want to know how many
man.
hours that was, bro, but that had to be a lot, because
bro.
we've been uploading like crazy. So shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that for sure. Shout out to the homie,
Shout out to
bro.
Chef, man.
I'm about to say it. Shout out to the
Shout out
Chef.
my boy
For
Chef.
sure. Nobody's gonna know what we're talking about. It's an insight. We got a homie that does the whole for sure thing. And I got another comment, and this was about our list where we put Roman Reigns as the 4th greatest of all time. This is from Project Carpe Diem on our YouTube, and he says, "Hey guys, the list is good, but y'all not being alive to watch it is wild. Do your Googles. YouTube, WWE TV, and old pay-per-views are available. Roman should be slotted ahead of The Undertaker on this list, and that's it."
You know what?
Dang.
Hey, tell him which one. Tell him to tell us which one to watch. Which old pay-per-view should we watch before 1990?
Right, let us
we'll
know,
watch
dog.
it. And if we could do a podcast about it, you win. If not, stay out the comments like that.
Wow.
How about that?
Facts.
Nah, I was just playing, but I will watch it. Just tell us which one.
Right. And on another note, you got to understand, this is entertainment, baby. This is a podcast. We wasn't about to do a list and leave Roman Reigns at number 10. We had to go down that list, know what I'm saying? So Roman Reigns had to be somewhere near the top, dog. It's all entertainment. Just enjoy it.
That's what we wanted, man. That's what we wanted. He said only over Undertaker. That's it.
Nah, we were wilding for putting him over HBK, though. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now that I look back at it, it's like, yo, HBK should probably be number 1. He should probably be number 1. Yeah.
I tried to tell y'all, bro. HBK, that was a thing, man. When he used to come out and do the little split thing and the fireworks shoot off, it was a big deal, bro.
I know,
bro.
And he raps his own theme song.
Yeah, that's nuts. Whoever wrote that was nuts. Yo, Sexy Red got a song sampling the HBK theme. She be like, "I'm just a sexy girl, sexy girl."
Bro, I wish I was alive to witness that, man. That moment. Well, I was alive, but I wasn't. I just wish, young. Man. Dang.
Like, one of my earliest memories was HBK wrestling Stone Cold Steve Austin at one of those WrestleManias, and it wasn't a good match. It was terrible. But looking back at it, I understand that HBK had back issues at the time, and that's why the match didn't deliver. But at the time, I didn't know that. I was 10 years old, so seeing that, I'm like, yo, this dude sucks. He's not that good. But
damn, man.
I did.
WrestleMania 14.
Yeah. Was it 14? Damn.
Yeah,
What year was that? 98?
That was
97?
98, and Tyson's on the cover of that WrestleMania.
Bro, do y'all know how old I was in 98? I wasn't watching that, dog. I was watching PB and J Otter. I was watching Franklin and Blue's Clues.
Yeah, man. Stone Cold won, too.
Right. But look, if you want to get your comment read on this podcast, do me a favor. Go to the comment section right now and let me know how cute my mustache is, man. Just do it. And I will read all of those comments. You feel me?
Whoa.
I'm not shaving the mustache. Yo,
Hey,
E said I look like a cop from
He said what?
He said I look like a cop from Beverly Hills Cop, dog. And he sent a picture of the cop.
Yeah, you got to grow a beard, man.
I'm gonna let the mustache rock out for at least 2 more weeks, and then I'll see where I go from there, man. Maybe I'll go to full beard back and show up.
Drive a van, bro.
You ain't no.
I'm
cop,
trying to
Jay
do a
Reed.
thing, man. I'm trying to do a thing, man. I ain't no cop, Jay Reed. I ain't no cop.
I don't know when the last time I had my chin hair gone. That's crazy, bro.
I think you was in Vegas. I remember.
2019,
that
actually.
Yeah. Was it 2019?
Was the last time I cut all of this off. Yeah. I was
You
in
should
Houston.
go back to it. Let's do it. Cut the beard off and have the braid.